Good morning, beautifuls. So it is early in the morning. I'm a bit out of whack this week, so you'll have to bear with me. So I am joining you with my first cup of tea of the day. So it's been a bit of a funny week. I will get on to explaining why in a minute, but I've gone for something a bit different in Care Bear Corner this morning. So I don't only just collect Care Bear Corner. I don't only collect Care Bears, I collect other vintagey toys. So this morning we have, I think I've showed you this before, my little Rainbow Bright. I don't know who else had Rainbow Bright as a child, but I absolutely loved her. We also have My Little Ponies. So I used to love a My Little Pony when I was little, so I collect these ones, which are the 40th anniversary editions, and I like to get them each birthday. I had cotton candy when I was young, and I do have some of the vintage horses down here. I'll show you. I do have some of the original 80s vintage horses on my shelf that are not boxed. So yes, I do have some of those, which is cool. Oh, ladies and gents, what a week it's been. Let me just sort my camera out so that I am in focus and we will get talking. It is a beautiful morning this morning. It's supposed to be quite warm this afternoon, so I've got a busy day, so I normally film this in the afternoon, so I thought I'd get it done now and that I can get it out, edited and everything else. I've got my notes with me because I am all over the place. Right. So I've had a bit of a week. My poor old hubby, he's not been very well. We had, well, you know the heat we've had. We had a really unsettled night. I just thought it was because we were hot and bothered. But poor old hubby was, initially we thought it was a tummy upset. He was riling around, couldn't get comfortable, felt like he needed the toilet, etc. But we had to go and rush him into urgent care on the Sunday morning. So I've got my tea in my hand. We had to rush him into the urgent care on the Sunday morning. Sorry, forgive me. And they said that they thought it might be possibly a kidney stone, which he's had before, so he kind of knew that it could be possibly this. Let me just have a sip of my tea. My voice is not working yet. Better. So yeah, down to urgent care. They thought it could be a kidney stone. They tested his urine and he had some blood in his urine, so they had to whisk him, well, I had to whisk him down to A&E, where we sat for a while until we got him admitted. Went through all the process of that. Basically, to cut a long story short, they discovered that he had 2 kidney stones, one 6mm and the other 3mm. Because it was later in the day, he was severely dehydrated because he'd not been keeping water down, and I think this was like a 30-degree day, so it was really hot. So yeah, they kept him in, IV'd him up to feed him liquids, and they weren't sure the next day whether they were going to have to operate because one of the stones did look a bit iffy. So cut a long story short, I went to pick him up the next day. He was allowed home. They gave him medication that helped him, and he is now past these stones, bless his heart. And yeah, they weren't little at all, bless him, so that wasn't very good. Got myself in a tiswas that day because I went to pick my husband up, Lee. I took my daughter with me. Thought, oh yeah, I'll go and fill the car up, make it as stress-free as I can for him when I pick him up. We'll go and get petrol. Now, I've driven now since 2017, but I'm not the most confident driver on big roads and like roundabouts and all the rest of it. Cut a long story short, I pulled in this petrol station, didn't realise that you couldn't get out onto the same road as you can the hospital. So I ended up taking the big long road took the wrong turn in, got myself in a panic. My heart rate was through the roof. I was stressing. My poor daughter said she's never driving. I've traumatised her. Yeah, so, but I got back. I put my daughter put good old sat nav on and we got back. But I won't be making that mistake again. Got back to Lee, picked Lee up, and he's been absolutely fine since, bless his heart. Like I said, all out now. He's got to go back for another scan just to check there's no more there. But yeah, so that was quite a stressful few days. Right, what else have I got on my list? So, my blood pressure isn't good. I've been taking readings this week and that we are in the 140s over 100s most days. I've got to submit my 7-day readings now. I've been on the new statins for a few days, so I've got to submit my new reading into the doctors, which I suspect when I do that I'm going to get, so not telling off, but they're going to say that I need to go on blood pressure medication as well. I mean, it has been quite a stressful week, so whether they'll put that into consideration, I don't know. So yeah, not the best of news. I did think that maybe the couple of high blood pressures that I'd had with the GP might have just been because I was in the GP setting and my mum suffered with that white coat syndrome. So yeah, I did think that that might be that. I have felt absolutely fine this week. I do feel, however, I am still on the 7.5, by the way. I'm just going to put my notes there so I don't keep having to look down. I do feel a bit, however, that I've become a bit complacent this week. I haven't made the best food decisions. Not necessarily making the worst food decisions, but I've just not made them. I've not overate, but I've probably underate. Just because, I'll be honest, with what's gone on at home, I've not felt like eating. I am better now that Lee's home and, you know, the stress is like come down a little bit. So yeah, I have felt a little bit like, oh, you know, that I could have made better decisions this week. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and say I've been brilliant when I've not. Absolutely loving this weather. It's been really nice to have that sunshine again and be able to sit in the garden, read a book, chill out. However, again, I've noticed that the odd ice creams sneaking in, iced coffees are sneaking in, and you don't quite realise, I don't think, that when you're drinking calories, when you're drinking, it's an empty calorie. Now, I'm fairly good normally. I stick to sugar-free drinks. When I have a hot drink, it's got sweeteners in, so there's not a lot of calories in it. However, I have been making these iced coffees, and obviously an iced coffee is made with milk, so it's not the best. And I've just lost track. I have become complacent with my I can't get my words out this morning. I've become complacent with my tracking. So normally I track everything on NutriCheck, but I've just forgot this week. Again, I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm just, you know, going to be honest and just say I forgot. I've not done it. So I've not been keeping track of what calories I've had each day. So therefore, I think when an ice cream snuck in or an iced coffee snuck in, I've not thought, oh, I can't really have that because I've only got X amount left for the rest of the day. So yeah, I just think, yeah, it's been one of them weeks. I'm absolutely fine, so please don't worry about me, but it's just been a lot this week, you know, it's been a lot. It's just, I've not made the best of choices this week, and yeah. So, suppression, absolutely fine still. I'm on week 4, well, we're on week 12, so I'm on week 4 of my, week 3 of my 7.5. So my suppression has still felt really good. I'm really pleased with this 7.5. I think it's really suited me so far. And I have ordered the next 7.5 pen because I think that it still suits me fine. I've not even had any, like become Monday and Tuesday, I've not even had that suppression wane off. It's been quite good that I've still had it and I've not felt that go away kind of thing. So definitely not ready to come off it yet. So I'm going to take my golden dose of this pen as well, I think, and carry on over to the 7.5. My best friend's joining me on the Mounjaro journey. She's not coming onto YouTube, but she's joining me, which I'm really pleased about, bless her. It took some, not convincing, but she's been a bit frightened and weren't sure what to do. But yeah, she texted me yesterday to say that she'd ordered her first pen and that she's very excited to join us all. So I'll keep you posted on how she's getting on. I forgot to say I have been injecting into my legs still, and the suppressions felt fine. Yeah, really pleased with that. So I want to do some shout outs this week, but it is a little bit different. It's not for videos, it's for people that have been watching me and have been interacting with me the most. So we've got Amy Lucas 99. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for watching me and commenting and being there all the time. Mama Bear 134. Again, you're always there, you're always watching, you're up on my, I was looking at like all the different figures on my YouTube, and you guys are the 3 of this week that I've been watching more than anything. And we've got Kathy Jones-ish, her name is. So yes, you are all on my high, I think it was the best watchers and the most interactive of this week. Thank you guys, it means an absolute world, and I love all of you to pieces. I just thought I'd do a different shout out this week, because not everyone's got YouTube channels, and I know there's a lot that watch and don't have your own channels, so thank you. I do really appreciate it. I love all your comments, as you all know, and I comment back and love interacting with you. And some of you, I know your names now, so each week you're commenting and I think, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, and how are they getting on? And we have a bit of a talk in the chat, which is fantastic. So I don't know if you can see, because it is a couple of days after I have had my hair done. I'm a bit of a blondie. So yes, I'm feeling much fresher. I will do it and you'll be able to see it better for my next video. But like I say, I've not had time to wipe my bottom, as my mum would say, bless her heart. So yes, it's been a bit mental this week. Yeah, so there's my shout outs.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, I've had literally no symptoms this week at all. No symptoms, nothing at all. Apart from being a busy bee and worrying about hubby for a few days. Been absolutely fine. Bit worried about my blood pressure, I'm not going to lie, but lots of you have said that it could be pain related, etc. And I'm sure the GPs will talk to me about it and everything will be fine. But yeah, it just feels like it's something else. I don't know whether I told you in my last appointment. Yes, I did. I did say, didn't I, that I'd got my appointment for my hospital appointment to come through. I think there's one more video after this and then I'll be on my hollybob, so videos will be a bit different while we're away, but I will still pop. I don't know if we're going to be taking the scales with us, possibly, but if not, I'm still going to do a blog and then we will catch up with weight loss after I come back. Right, so on to this week. Wow, as you can tell from talking to you, week 12's been a bit of a funny one. So not made the best decisions, not made the best choices, not been really, I've not really made the right choices. There's a different word I wanted to say, but so this week I have stayed the same, which I'm a bit gutted about because, you know, but it's okay. It's okay. I've not gained. I haven't made good choices this week. I do deserve a gain, if I'm honest. But it is what it is. Like I say, I've not gained. Happy with that. I just think I've been a bit complacent this week and it's a bit, could have done better. But life's, doesn't it? And we have to just, you know, we have to just roll with the punches. And yeah, life's never going to be smooth. And I think sometimes we can beat each other up or ourselves up for, yeah, for not being 100% all the time, and things happen. life is life. We go on holidays, we have birthdays, we have emergencies, and I think it's very important not to beat yourselves up when things like that happen. But yes, next week I want to get back on with my walking, and I'm going to start my calorie counting again. I'm going to start my calorie counting again so that I am watching my calories, so that I'm not letting cheeky like iced coffees sneak in. Oh, they are lovely though. My daughter makes them and they're just but yes, so I am going to be monitoring those calories just to check that I'm not going way over. I mean, the night Lee was in hospital, we'd sat all day and he couldn't eat. It was nil by mouth, so I didn't feel right in eating anyway. But yeah, we'd sat all day waiting, and then it was kind of like I got home, had to sort the kids out, and it was just nip home to tell his mum and dad and brother how he'd got on. My son had fed the kids when I got back, so I didn't have that to worry about. So it was just literally grabbing a quick meal deal from the shop, and that's all I ate that day, which I know is not great. So I was well under my calories that day, but I just didn't feel like it, just didn't want anything. And I don't know whether you're the same, but in this weather, I don't want cooked meals particularly. I just want something quick that satisfies that hunger and you can just go again. So yeah, I'm sorry it's not my normal chirpy video this week, but everything's fine now. We're all back home and the kids are off for school soon, which is absolutely fantastic. And hopefully we'll be back to our chipper self next week. And yeah, but yeah, apart from that, I'm all good. I'm all good, so please don't worry. And please stay. Please don't go anywhere, because I'll be lost without you all. Anyway, I have organised my next jumble sale. So I've got another jumble sale to look forward to and plan for. So that is all organised for August. Yeah, so that will be brilliant. What else have I got planned? So I've got my holiday. Then we're going to see Billie Eilish in June, well, the week after holiday. So we're having a little stay in Manchester for that, which is going to be really nice. And later in August, me and my daughter are going to see a singer that she follows called Lois. So we're going to stay overnight in Manchester and have a little explore around there after doing that. So, oh, good times. We're going to have a lovely summer. And hopefully we're going to have some really good weight losses. So once again, I want to thank you all for being here and listening to my goods, my highs, my lows, my happy times, my sad times, because that is what we're here for. Well, that is what I'm here for. It's never all going to be sparkles and sunshines and rainbows. There is going to be days where there's going to be a bit of a dip and we're going to be a bit of a, but we're here, we're doing, and we are sharing our stories. I do have a discount code for those of you that are thinking of going on to the Mounjaro journey. I have a little code for that. I can't share it on the screen, but if you want to email me and I can give you that, I'll pop my email in here. That will give you £40 off your first pen with MedExpress, and that will give you a discount code as well that you can share with your friends and family once you've received your first pen. That will give you £40 off every time somebody subscribes to you. So yeah, so that's good. I also have an affiliate link to Supriva, which is a sweetener for drinks, baking. It's beautiful. I've been having that in my iced coffees, so that has been really nice. What else? There is links in my bio for my collagens, my supplements, the pen holder that I use for my pen. So have a look, have a nosy, and if there's any of them that you're interested in, then have a look there, and they're all linked in. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your lovely comments, and I love you all lots. Take care. Bye bye.